And how's it going, guys and girls? It's Uncle Kumagel, my channel, and yet again, yes, another DDLC mod, because I'm still searching if there's anything new that we haven't done on DDLC Plus. Either way, this mod is called Doki Doki Coldest Summer. I'm looking forward to see what this mod is about. I've heard good reviews of this mod, so let's see how it goes. This mod is a Doki Doki Literature Club fan game that is not affiliated with Team Salvatore. It is designed to be played only after the official game has been completed. You can download Doki Doki Literature Club at http://ddlc.mo. All content warnings for Doki Doki Literature Club should also be understood to be in effect for this game, even if the content itself is different. By playing this Doki Doki Literature Club mod, you agree that you are at least 13 years of age, and you consent your exposure of highly disturbing content. You heard it. You fucking heard it. If you're under 13, get the fuck out of here. I agree. Let's go. Your character, me, Yuri and Sayuri. None of us seem to have any parent at all. Official, are you Miss Sayuri Sinobano? Yep, that's me. Am I in trouble? No, well that is, you haven't done anything wrong. In Sayuri's case, you would have been walking with her to school for a while. Wait. So who knows how long our parents have been out of the picture. I want to down the volume, goddamn. What? Are they in the hospital? Take me to that, please. No, Miss Sinobano, I mean Sayuri. I need to understand. Maybe that's why she's depressed. Maybe her parents died in terms of accident and she's been trying to get along on her own with all this time. No. Don't worry, Siri. We're going to make sure you're taken care of. Look at me, sweetheart. Do you have any family or close friends in the area? This fan game is going to take a toll out of me. It's so good to make this. Voice volume, yeah, maybe it's good. So, new game. You will be asked to name your character and ask your name as the player. This may be the same or different as you like. Please name the main character. Loki. Please enter your name as the player. I'll put this. Let's go, because it's close to my name. I turned off the alarm on my phone. I managed to beat it by a few minutes today. I don't feel particularly thrilled about going to school today, but at least I feel like I have the energy to get through my classes. Once those are done, I can spend my time with my friends in Literature Club I'm a member of. Spending time together is the highlight of all of our days. I even managed to get a girlfriend there. But before all of that, I have an important duty to take care of. I step in the hallway and over the bedroom next to mine. The door is cracked slightly rather than completely closed, which is how the rest of us know it isn't locked. We don't know exactly why, but Dad made it a rule that she isn't allowed to lock her door. So this is what we settled on. I gently opened the door. Zero is sleeping soundly in her bed as I expected. It's been about 6 months since the adoption, so I've had plenty of time to get used to her habits. Okay, so basically in this mod, what can I explain that I heard about this mod? Sayuri is, well, apparently Sayuri's parents die. And she gets adopted by MC's family. So this is how it's going to be. Let's see how it is. So, it's been about 6 months since the adoption, so I've had plenty of time to get used to her habits. I stepped next to her and gently put my hand on her head. Good morning, sunshine.
Hmm.
Yo, that's too high. That's too high. I doubt I will have to adopt the girls, so that's good to me. Can I see those eyes of yours? Not ready. Come on, it takes you longer to get ready than me, and I want to know you're on your way. She's not feeling good. And how about a smile? Good enough for now. I'll see you in a few minutes. And give Siri a loving pat on the head before making my way to the bathroom. Yeah, she's fucking sad. Poor Siri. Siri and I share this bathroom. It leads to some of embarrassing situations and gets a little awkward sometimes, but that's normal for a brother and sister, right? Even if we only became siblings in the last year? I am worried about her though. Ever since the accident that took her parents, she's been acting differently. It made sense for the first few weeks. Her life had been completely shaken up after all. She didn't have anyone else to go. And she's not the sort of person who could get by on her own. Yeah, we saw that ended up in DDLC Original 1. And on DDLC Plus as well. We took some serious family talk, but in the end it wasn't hard to convince my parents to adopt her. She would have been my best friend for years, and she and I were already very used to being together. Making her part of the family wasn't a choice. It was the only choice. But it really worries me that she still seems to be having trouble after all this time. Well, of course, her parents just got snatched out of her hands. What would you expect? She's been waking up later and later, and some days she seems to have no energy at all. She hasn't told me any reason. I still see a light in her eyes and a bounce in her step, like I'm used to, but it feels like that side of her has been losing more and more. Sayuri's birthday is 3 days from now, and it will be the first birthday she celebrates with her new family, but also the first she celebrates without the old one. Can I win my friend, or rather my sister, over and see her sunny smile again before then? I don't know if it can be done, but I'm determined to try. I finish getting dressed and go back to check on Sayuri. Sayuri is still on bed, but she's sitting up and stretching. How are you doing that? Good, good. In that case, you won't mind if I just... Before she can protest, I quickly open the blinds and let some sunlight in. No, come on, you know the sun loves you. Love the sun too, but I'm not ready. If you take too long to get ready, we'll be late. Go rub some water on your face, that will get you started. I'll go see what mom left us for breakfast and get it ready. Do we have time to sit and eat today instead of me needing to eat while we walk? That all depends on you, knucklehead. Get going. Suri nods as she stands with another stretch. I make my way to the door and give her a chance to get going. But now that the sunlight is shining in and lighting up the room, I noticed something I missed before. The scissors on her desk have blood stain on them. Sayuri, let's not get like Yuri, please. Sayuri, you're listening to me, aren't you? Come on. I picked him up and turned around. Sayuri! Huh? Sayuri? This is the 4th time now. I did what you said. I caused it this time. Let me see. I set the scissors back on the desk and walked closer to her. You're just going to keep bugging me until I show you, aren't you? I solemnly nod. Fine. Sayuri gives me a silly look as she rolls up her sleeve. Her arm is a mess of dried blood and gauze pads. Come on, let's get you cleaned up. I take Sayuri's hand and lead her into the bathroom. She shows an ounce of resistance, but I gently set her in half of sitting position in the sink counter. Take some bandages, fresh gauze pads, and a washcloth from the cabinet and start cleaning her wounds. You know, you never get mad at Yuri when you find out. Never get mad at Yuri when you find she did this. Sayuri, it doesn't mean it like it. It's even for her. Just because I don't get upset doesn't mean I want to see her get hurt, much less you. Yeah, I guess I don't like to see her get hurt either. But she doesn't mind seeing herself hurt? Well, she's depressed. She was depressed when her parents were alive, and she's even more depressed when she lost her parents. What were you expecting she would be like? Tell me. I mean, losing people is normal. Okay. I have a deep depression because of that. 8 years straight. Not just because of one person, but because of a lot of person I loved. Like, were gone. Not just gone like they went away from my life, but they went away from life itself. They died. It's hard. I know exactly how she feels. And that's... It's a shitty feeling. It's the worst feeling you could ever feel in your entire life. Where you rather, when you have someone that you love now, you would rather see yourself getting hurt to help them than them getting hurt and you can do nothing at all. I know exactly how she feels. It's hard. But you need to keep moving forward. I also did self-harm. But I don't do it anymore. About 2 years I don't do it. I had these big nasty scars. Now they pretty much faded away. I can't even see them on my arms anymore. Oh well. Either way, that's besides the point. I already said I would do a video about that and I'm working on a script for it, so let's move on. Once the dried blood is cleaned away, I can see that there are just the 3 big scratches across her arm. They'll take some time to heal, but I was worried it would be much worse than this. I don't even think these will leave lasting scars. I apply new gauze pads and wrap bandages around her arm, looking around for something to lighten the mood. And I think I just found a better thing. Hey Siri, what am I supposed to think when I walk in and find something like this? What at the discarded pair of her panties on the floor? Nothing. I just forgot. I mean, I'll take them back to my room and then when I get dressed. It's a little embarrassing to walk in here and see a bra hanging off the towel bar, you know? I smile as I wrap her bandages while she's distracted. Well, I don't have to touch them. In fact, don't touch them. Just leave them until I get them back to them. Ouch. There, done with the bandages. Now your arm has a chance to heal, and no one has to know. Thanks. You can let me get ready now. I won't touch it. Okay, see you in a few. I wouldn't trust that. Siri closes the door behind me, and I make my way downstairs to the kitchen. Our parents left this morning for a business trip to Osaka for a few days, but they'll be back on Siri's birthday to celebrate in the evening. Mom packed lunches for today and left out some sausages and egg breakfast bowls I can eat up. Siri and I usually wait to open our lunch boxes together at lunchtime so we can be surprised together. It's weird thinking that we're going to be on our own for meals for a few days. The breakfast bowls could better one by one. So I put one in the microwave and look at the clock to see if we have time to eat like. Cleaning up the blood on her arm took a few precious minutes. Probably have time to eat mine, but while she's getting ready, but Siri's eating while she's walking today. When the first one finishes cooking, I take it from the microwave and set a plate on the counter to dump it onto. Put the second one in to cook for Sayuri, and get it started. I put the second one, yeah. Look at the plate and think twice. Sayuri must have been feeling pretty bad if she cuts herself. If it's really fair for me to make her eat by herself while we walk to school, I'll wait for Sayuri. I put my plate back away and set out some plastic forks we can use. Before long, Sayuri comes hurrying down the stairs, still slipping her arms into the blazer. So we have time to eat? Well, we will have to eat on the way.
Aww.
Oh man, why didn't you at least eat yours while you waited for me? Well, if I did that, you wouldn't be able to choose the one that looks bigger. Ah, well thanks, but I feel bad for holding you up too. I'm used to eating while running, but that doesn't mean you should have to. Dang, made the wrong choice again. Yo, that's not the wrong choice. Siri and I eat while we walk to school. She isn't saying much. We have a few minutes before we'll get there. Maybe I have time for a question. Hey Siri. Is everything okay? Yeah? Oh, you mean what I did last night? Something's on your mind, isn't it? Yes. Can you tell me what it is? No. Siri. Later, okay? I know I should tell you, I just gotta think through how to say it. Promise? You're not gonna forget to tell me, are you? I promise I'll tell you, cross my heart. Okay, guess that's good enough for now. Anyway. Are you excited for your birthday? Yeah, kinda. Monica said the club was planning something special. Are you into that? Can you give me all the details? Actually I haven't heard anything about that yet. I didn't even know they were planning anything. It's okay. Monica probably knew you wouldn't be able to keep a secret from me if you knew. But I hope it's cupcakes. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes ever. I am sure there'll be cupcakes, if they're planning something anyway. How could you dare not be? Cupcakes are all I need to make it a good day. Good day. Yeri yeri. And it will be nice when, well, you know, when mom and dad come home. Still not used to calling him dad. Not quite. Just have to keep practicing until it feels normal. It will, don't worry. Anyway, what's wrong with your bow? Huh? What do you mean what's wrong with it? It looks a little off center from where you normally keep it. No, it doesn't. I spent like 2 minutes getting into place just right, and are you just messing with me? Yes, I'm just messing with you. That's mean, don't do that. Fine, fine. I won't even mention what's wrong with your socks then. What about my Hey, you're too much fun to tease. Anyway, looks like we're here. As we approach the school, Sayuri and I throw our empty bowls and forks into the trash bin at the door. We give each other a quick see you later and walk to our respective classrooms. It's hard to focus on the class when I have so much on my mind. I think this lesson is a repeat from one of my classes last year, so it's okay if I space out a bit. I just can't get the scratches on Sayuri's arm out of my head. I'm used to her getting hurt in accidents and helping her feel better, but hurting herself? It hurts me just to think about it. When I first met Yuri, she was secretly cutting herself because she got some kind of thrill out of it. The club found out and we all had a lot to say to her about it. She was the most embarrassed I've ever seen her, but she explained to us that she only did it because it felt good. Since then, she still gives in and does it sometimes, but a lot less often. All her friends at the club are watching out for her. I haven't told them about Sayuri yet. Is it the same kind of problem if she's doing it less often than Yuri? And less deep? Okay, no, it's not the same kind of problem. I'll explain you. So, in Yuri's case, she feels good about opening her skin. She feels good about cutting. That's a feeling that she feels good. It's not about anything to do with depression or feelings and stuff. It's just that she feels good at... It's like well, there are some people that have some sexual stuff that it's about knives and stuff. Yuri's probably something about that. About Sayuri, she's doing it because she's depressed. She wants to get a way of escaping from the psychological pain. And what hurts more than the psychological pain? Exactly, physical pain. Opening her skin, not too deep, but not too soft as well, will give her enough pain to forget momentarily about her psychological pain. That's how it works when you have depression and you cut yourself. Because you want so badly to escape from your mental harm that you harm yourself so that you won't have to feel that mental pain and you only feel like the pain on your body, like an escapade for whatever is going on in your mind. It's not healthy, of course not. You're taking out like blood and stuff and bruh, it's a mess. But that's what they do to escape. It's not good, but they do it. Anyway, let's keep going. Is it okay to keep it between us? How do I get her to stop? Yuri does it because she feels good to her, but Sayuri has never said anything about it actually feeling good. She doesn't think that badly of herself, does she? She does. Oh, believe me, buddy, she does. Does she hate? I can't think about that. I love Sayuri. I'm glad we were able to help her when she needed. I'm glad she's a part of my family. I'm really glad I got to see her every day. And if she needs my help with something now, I'm going to help her. The lesson isn't quite over yet. Maybe I can start my thoughts as I write a quick poem. The literature club used to have everyone write daily poems and share them. It was a good way of all of us to get to know each other and get comfortable with each other. We performed some of our poems at the cool festival. The crowd seemed pleased, but it was kind of a bust. No new members wanted to join because of our show. Maybe next time. I think they'll have no idea what they're missing. The literature club is a lot less boring than they think it is. Sometimes even scary. Anyway, to avoid burning ourselves out, we agreed to write poems when we feel like it and when we feel inspired. Let's see what I can put up with before lunch. What can I do? this is about roads, because if it is, if it is, I'll save it here. Let's see, okay, of course we're going to do Sayori, for starters. So, let's see, Sayori Woods. I hate being sick. Personality, I already know how my DC is. Okay, broken. Yep. Guess we'll start by that. Wait. Okay. Lollipop, lollipop, lollipop. Skipping is not one of them. Faculty, of course, it's not one of them. That would be Yuri's or Monica's. Monica. Yo! Wait, what? Linguistic. Efficient. Tactful. Music. Oh. Vying. News. Pompous, cheesy, talk show, shitlock, endearing. Creativity, perpetuate, adroitness. Monarch. Soul. Games, misfortune, and no. Clandestine. Valentine. Oh, shit. Extraordinary. Analysis. It was mostly Monica and Yuri. The lunch bell rings as I finish my poem. I make my way into the hallway. Okay? Hey, I wasn't expecting you to run in with you out here. This is Monica, the president of the literature club, so Yuri and I are part of. She's the same year as us, but incredibly talented. She's into sports, runs her own club, gets good grades, plays piano now, and is popular with everyone. And yet, amazingly enough, this class star became my friend through the club and treats me as her equal. It's a real nice feeling. Hey Monica, want to come to get lunch with me and Yuri? I can't today, and I'm meeting Natsuki for a tutoring lesson. Natsuki is another of our 4 members. She's the only first year in the club, but her interest in literature and writing really shines through during club activities. Her favorite books are manga. As a fan of manga and anime myself, she and I have a surprising amount of talk about. Yo, Monica is just like, yo, can you stop? It's good that she has a club. She has a club, because her friends in her class aren't very receptive when it comes to her interests. Not to mention her own life, it's kind of a taboo to talk about it during the club. Yo, in other words, she's a great person to know, even if she doesn't seem like that at first. Okay, I'll read it all. Nah, that's a lot. That is a lot. We know she has some issues with her father, but she is a real thing to tell us exactly. There are rumors that her mother died when she was younger and she has 3 older brothers. If that's true, she probably gets battered around just living with that many men, whether they mean any harm or not. But there are other rumors that her parents are divorced and her dad is supporting the 2 of them with no steady job. We've even heard that one rumor where you expect her father, but it was me! Tio! Oh, okay, I'm a great fan of Dio. I've even heard of rumors where you expect her father, but no, it was me! Dio! I really love Dio. He is the best character in JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, the best antagonist of the anime. Oh, and Uchiha Madara as well. But I don't like to listen to rumors, especially when it comes to something so personal and sensitive as this. One thing we know about Natsuki home life is for sure though. Hey, sorry about this. You don't mind me skipping it, right? I mean, you already know how Natsuki is. Natsuki has trouble getting her hands on real food, whatever the real reason is. Her dad is bad about keeping enough food in the house. So I think he forgets to give her money to buy some. Okay, yeah, we already know about this all. In other words, she's a great person to know, even she doesn't seem like that at first. So yeah, I've got to meet her for tutoring. Ah, that's okay, I'll see you in the club later then. I thought you and Sayuri were skipping out today. At least that was what she texted me. Huh? We didn't have any plans to. My phone buzzes me with a new message. Sayuri just told me she's keeping the club and she wants me to go with her. Oh, now I see. Yeah, she said she wasn't feeling well. It's okay, you guys go ahead. It gives the rest of us a chance to... are we catching up on something? Something like that. Wait a second, does it have something to do with you guys preparing... what you guys are preparing for her birthday? Maybe. What are you guys doing? You'll see. It will be a lot more fun to surprise you guys. Oh, by the way, is that a new poem in your bag? Oh yeah, I needed something to do. Did you want to take it and share it with the club? No, that's fine. You hang out on it for now. We'll have everyone to take a look tomorrow when we are all back in the club. So don't think about skipping twice. Yo, that smile though. She looks mad. Don't worry, I won't. I wasn't even planning it this time. Good. And guess while I've got you right here, just wanted to say it's real nice getting to see you again. Missed you. What do you mean? You see me each day and every day. Well, it feels a little different for me, you know. I'm sure you understand even if you don't understand. I don't understand? Perfect. Then we understand each other. Did I mention Monica's poetry tends to be abstract? I think it bleeds into her thinking sometimes too. Alright, Natsuki's texting me and asking me where the fudge I am. Where the fuck are you? God dang it, Monica. And also if I can bring some fudge, so I'll catch up with you later. Oh yeah, where the fuck are you and can you bring some food? Have a good time with Sayuri. I couldn't find Sayuri in the hall, so I made my way out of the courtyard. Any day it's not raining, we like to meet here for lunch so we can enjoy some fresh air. After scanning back and forth for a few times, I spotted her in the crowd of other students. She looks nervous. We waved her and signaled for her to come by me. She finally smiles and approaches. Hey, what kept you? I was worried you would still be mad about this morning. Ah, Sayuri, you know I love you no matter what, right? Spending time with you makes my day, no matter what. I almost said no matter what you do, but I think I should phrase it more delicately than that. No matter what happens, okay? Actually, that makes me feel a little better about surprising you with my planned skip club. Is it really okay for both of us to skip a day at the same time? There's 40% of the club missing, and 50% of that is the vice club president. Okay, so that's not so bad that it's like 20% of the vice president is missing. Sayuri, 100% of the vice president is going to be missing. Are you messing with me again? I'm just saying for a club as small as ours, it's a lot of people to be missing. Okay, I'll think about it like this. Monk is the president and she'll be there, with all her decision-making power. If she got like twice as much power as me, then only 33% of the decision-making power is really gone for the day. That is still kind of a lot. Well, Monica said it's okay and she's the one with the decision-making power, so we're all good. Fine. We can meet up after school and go wherever you want together. Have you figured out how to say what you want to talk about? I think so. It's still difficult to talk about it, but I think you'll understand enough to help me figure out what to say. I'll do my best. The school bell rings once more. Sniveling classes will be starting again soon. Alright, I'm gonna get going. I'll see you after school. I'll be around here somewhere. Sarah gets up and starts walking back to the building. Hopefully she'll be comfortable talking to me later. I don't really know what to expect. As long as she's honest with me, it should be fine. I would do anything to help her, but I need to know where to start. I notice a page falls from her bag as she goes. Hey Sierra, you dropped something. She quickens the pace. I walk over to pick up the page. If it's something important, I want to give it back to her later. Looks like a letter. Wait, it has my name on it. I decide to go ahead and read it. Okay. Looky, I know I should have told you this a long time ago. You're probably gonna hate me when you find out. I've been keeping this from you. It's not an easy thing to talk about, and I guess I'll explain that later. Even now I feel like an idiot for writing this. The truth is, I've always had a really bad depression, like always. The sunny girl you've always seen and know is nothing about but a lie. Well, okay, maybe not completely a lie. I have good days and bad days, and I try to hide the bad days by making them look like the good days. I just don't want people worrying about me when they see something is wrong. I'm not worth it. I know I'm not. This is turning into a mess, but I'm gonna keep going because this is important. Normally when I feel bad, it's like a rain cloud in my head that just won't go away. And it didn't used to be every day, but ever since the accident, the rain clouds have turned into a full-blown storm. But not the only person I care about, who can I who I can reach out for help, it's you, just you. I'm not going to tell you to take care of me. I don't want to worry. I don't worry you. I don't want you worrying yourself just because of me. But I do need your help, okay? Just for a while. See if I don't do something about my depression, I know where it will lead me. It's not pretty. I don't want it. So she knows about let's call it the Omega timeline, where everything happens. The original timeline, let's call it like that. So she knows about it. I guess you could say I've had nightmares about what it feels like to choke to death. It's no fun. I don't want that to happen. That's enough. There's nothing left for me to say for now. I hate that I had to bother you with this, but you're the best friend I've ever had. Maybe you'll figure something out. I couldn't even tell you all this to your face, but that's how worthless of a person I am. But if you still want to talk to me, then help me figure out how to see you tomorrow. I won't ask you for anything more than that. Sayuri. Sayuri. I can't concentrate during any of my afternoon classes. I keep thinking about Sayuri's letter. Keep rereading it over and over throughout the day. When the bell finally rings, I don't waste any time. I make my way to the courtyard. I stand near the entrance waiting for Sayuri to come by. I take a deep breath and look up at the sky. The weather is really beautiful today. It's not too hot to walk around in our school uniforms, and there's a light breeze, almost like the touch of a ghost. Maybe I should write that down. It should be perfect for going wherever Sayuri wants. I just hope our discussion is a meaningful one. The words from Sayuri's letter are still ringing in my head. I must have read it 50 times when I was supposed to be paying attention. Depression. Really bad depression. All alive. And I never knew. My stomach is in a knot right now. It sounds like Sayuri is worried that her feelings are going to make her... She makes it sound like I'm the only person I can save her. I don't know how to save a person from the depression. Well, it's not hard. Well, no wait. Let me rephrase it. It's not easy. That's what I wanted to say. It's not fucking easy. If it was... believe me, I would have helped myself a long time ago. But Sayuri is my best friend. More than that, she's family, and I love her. I already decided I would do anything to help her, and now I know that what she needs help with. Now I just need to figure out what I need to do. Excuse me, Lucky. I was in the bathroom just now, and I believe I found something that belongs to you. Oh? There you are, Sayuri. She seemed troubled. I suppose that's what you two are off to talk about, isn't it? Heh. This is Yuri, another club member. She's the only third year in the club. Until the festival she was very quiet and reclusive. The club members are her only real friends, but at least she has us. She's smart, she's shy, she likes fantasy and art. You know Yuri, let's move on. I'll leave the two of you to it then. I need to meet the others in the music room. I mean, the club room, See you tomorrow. What do you think they're going to do in the music room for? Maybe Monica volunteered to clean up, or to get some old books out of there, or something. Could they be getting some music books to say as your birthday surprise? Yeah, that sounds like something Monica would do. So then... Do you have a good day? Yeah, it was pretty good. We are looking at scientific notation in my chemistry class. It's kind of weird, but it's kind of fun too. I just wish the teacher would let us use the calculator a little more than he does. Are the questions set up to kind of easy to calculate by hand? They're supposed to be, but sometimes they get kind of long. But that's even when I don't mess it up. Yeah, that seems about right. But anyways, how's your arm? Fine, I haven't touched it like I promised. I mean, unless you count pressing down on the bandages a little. You know, Like just to put a little pressure on it and make sure everything is holding in place. Yeah, that's fine, Siri. Just don't want you doing anything that will make it bleed again. If you aren't scratching at the cuts or eating them or anything, it should be fine. Yeah, I haven't done anything like that. I know you'd be mad at me if I did. Only because I worry about you, Siri. I know you do. But you really don't have to. We'll talk more about that later. But for now... Are you enjoying chemistry? Yeah, it's kind of fun. It's a lot like math, but the way the teacher explained how to set up the problems really made sense. You set up a row of conversions, which are like multiplying by 1, but a little different. Then you just multiply out your top row and your bottom row. Do the division and you have your units. It sounds harder than it is. And then sometimes we do experiments with small amounts of chemicals, you know. But I kind of don't do the mixing anymore since I spilled sodium chloride solution on the table once. Oh geez, Siri. It didn't eat through the table or anything, did it? Sodium chloride solution is just salt water. Oh, well then why did you say salt water? Because it's chemistry, everything has to use its scientific name. But we have moved on to the stuff that could be dangerous, so I just let my partner do the pouring and mixing. But they still let me put the things into the scale and write down what I see, so I still get to have fun. That's pretty cool, actually. I'm just sorry you and I couldn't do the class together this year. Maybe next year we will be in the same class again. I hope so. That would be great. Until then, we're feeling sick. Sick? Monica told me you told her you weren't feeling well. Oh, that. Not like sick. I don't need medicine or anything. And I'll definitely want to eat a little bit. I guess the best way I can describe it is that I'm tired. I see. Do you want to go home and rest? Or do you feel like going out somewhere? Going home won't work. I would just lay down and not get up to the rest of the day. I want to spend time with you. So we can go somewhere, right? Of course. We just need to figure out where we're going first. I'll think on that. While you do, the weather is nice, isn't it? Yeah, real nice. If we did go to the club today, it probably would have told Monica to open the windows or even to hold the club out of here once. Yeah, we probably should meet outdoors more often while it's nice enough. It should be great for us while we spend today together, right? Definitely. Speaking of that, it will be weird if Mom and Dad come. Yeah, even if it's just for a few days, I was thinking about how weird it's going to be on our own. We can choose our own meals to go out if we want to. I guess we can even stay out as late as we want, huh? I mean, as long as we are home in time to get enough sleep before school. Right, of course. Sleep is super important, just ask Monica. Yeah. Hello, Siri. Love you too. Siri. Read your letter. Oh, you saw that, huh? You should just forget about that. It was all a lie, just a joke. I don't believe you. Sorry, the letter has been haunting me all day. I read it more times than I could count since you dropped it. Oh, you did? Huh. Do you hate me now? No, of course not. I'm just in shock. Don't know what to say about it. Me neither. Well, we won't figure it out just standing around here. You wanted to hang out together, so let's go somewhere. Where would you feel like going? Well, I'm kinda hungry. I figured that much. I mean, where do you want to stop to eat first? Let's see. What am I in the mood for? Noodles. Let's go somewhere fun and that serves tasty noodles. Okay, so she chose for herself. Alright, do you have somewhere specific in mind? Let me think. Do you have your train pass with you? Yeah, of course. Never leave home without it, right? Okay, I heard about a place I want to try. But it is in another part of the city. It will be an adventure. A noodle adventure. Good enough for me. Let's head to the subway. This train, it reminds me of window to your heart. Sir leads me to the train station, looks over to the map, to some nearby places I don't recognize, and directs me to the train she thinks is right. Our passes let us ride for free within a range of nearby areas. It's good for shopping and it gives us a chance to get out for a bit. I just hope Siri chose the right train. The worst thing that can happen if we lose time getting on track, but it shouldn't cost us anything. Siri watches out the window with a gentle smile as we travel. That's good. Neither of us say much, but it gives us both time to get gather our thoughts. Will there be hearts in this mod? That's the only thing I don't know. Finally, Siri grabs me by my arm and pulls me up when we reach a certain stop. Yo! Whoa, look at this place. There are people everywhere. That makes sense. We got closer to the inner city coming this way. Are you sure this is the right stop? Yep. Natsuki told me about this place and I've been following the instructions closely. Okay, give me just a minute to check where we walk from here. Suri takes out her phone and looks it over. There are a lot of narrow hallways between buildings and vendors. They have their shops up right along the walkway. The streets are crowded enough that people are pushing past us. I feel like I need to keep my hands on my pockets so nothing gets stolen. Suri was right about one thing. There are people everywhere here. Okay, to the left is a store with antiques and collectibles. That's good. So we take the first alleyway to the right once we are up the stairs from the train station, and it will be on the left with the red and white awning. Let's go. Sir takes my arm again and starts leading me down the hallway with a bit too much excitement. I guess it's a good thing she's holding on to me, otherwise I might lose her in the crowd. And I do not want to get separate this far from home. Okay. It's a nice place, but it doesn't look like a noodle stuff. Looks more like a bar. The building she leads me into is a cafe. There are only a few customers here and a lone boy is washing dishes while they eat or just sit around. The smell of coffee and cigarettes linger in the air, but there's a very relaxed feeling here compared to the bustling noise just outside. Well, of course, cigarettes do that. Yeah. Yeah, so this is the secret place Natsuki comes to be alone. I wonder how she found it. Who knows? But she picked a good one. Quiet place in the middle of a busy shopping area? No one would think to come looking for anyone here. Here comes the employee. Yo! Come on in, I'll get you a seat. Wow, this guy, so just a part-timer and boss is out running an errand with his daughter. So I can take your order, but I ain't gonna promise I can make what you want. You might have to wait. Well, we came here to talk, so that should be just fine. We were hoping to order some bowl of noodles, but I guess you don't know.
For real?
For real? Dude, that's sick. I'm the one who convinced the boss to have noodles in the menu. Of course I can whip that up for you. Come on, let's get you started. Let's get a seat and tell me what you're looking for. Oh, we actually have a table. Yo, this is sick. Yo. Siri and I take our seats and look over the menu. The employee is eagerly pointing out different choices, and Siri and I each order something we think it looks good. Siri requests a bunch of extras. Normally when she does that, I try to go as plain as possible to keep the bill down. But sometimes I need to spoil myself a bit too. I use her extras as an excuse to get some meat in my bowl. Once he brings our orders out to us, Siri clasps her hands and nods again, saying a quick prayer of thanks before Now we should be able to get down to business. Okay, so first of all, I'm sorry about the whole cutting thing. I shouldn't have done it last time, but I did. And I'm sorry if I got mad at you about it. I know you're just looking out for me. I put one hand on her shoulder. Don't worry about it. Just do your best not to do it again, okay? I want to say yes, but it kind of wells up all at once. Siri gathers her thoughts for a moment while she eats. On good days and good moments, I can still be happy. Really happy. Not a care in the world. But when I get worn out, bad feeling starts to push the happy ones out of my mind. And they won't be quiet. Rain clouds. Normally I can ignore them for a while. They never really go away and it takes a lot of energy to fight them. So I get to be happy for a while, but it sort of feeds on itself to make me feel bad again. And then the accident happened and it just got worse. A full-blown storm. Yeah, you really did read the letter. I think I could recite it at this point. I haven't had a day where I really could feel happy since the accident. Wait a minute, Siri, that was months ago. Gosh, it might even be closer to a year by now. You really haven't been happy all the time? I don't like myself very much. Siri, what are we going to do with me? For a long time I didn't think I was worth trying to do anything until my suicidal thoughts started coming back. Don't worry, I'll figure something out. I have to, for you. Good luck. Tell me this, Siri. Your parents knew Yeah, but Mom and Dad don't know yet. No. But you're not gonna tell them, are you? Siri, I really think it will be better if they know. Please. My parents tried to move oceans to fix me. They took me to doctors, got me medicine. That didn't work. Took me to counseling, had me talk to the patient. Nothing they did worked. And they just exhausted themselves worrying about me for no reason. Not going to make going to make our parents go through it at all, too. I don't want to be more of a burden than I have to be. I was thinking. You're not a burden. I know you think you're just a burden on the others, but you're really not. I love you. I always have. You're a super important part of my life. You have to believe that. Yeah, the same is true for Mom and Dad. You said it yourself. They're not your parent. They're not just my parents anymore. They are your parents too. I know you miss your parents, but can you let ours fill that void? Hey! Siri, stop that. I quickly grabs her arm simply but firmly. Before I could reach her, she gave her injured arm 2 heavy smacks. She's sobbing quietly now. I take a quick look around and see if she's directing attention, but no one seems to have noticed. I roll back her sleeve to make sure she's okay. Her bandages are turning red with blood. They are pressed down where I remember seeing the cuts, trying to put on the pressure and stop the bleeding. Siri winces as I do. You're trying too hard to be nice to me. And they're too nice to me. They're not my parents, no matter how hard I try to be. They're wonderful people and they don't deserve to have me dragging them down like this. Sayuri, I put my arms around Sayuri and hold her close. Part of me wants to yell at her and tell her she's the only one who sees it that way. But I'm sure that would just make it worse. Instead, I just hold her quietly and give her a chance to cry. A minute passes. She leans her head on me as she lets her teeth go. Another minute passes. Maybe 2, maybe 5, not counting. Finally, Sarah gently pushes against me, and I loosen my grip to let her go. Sorry, but no. I don't know. Using only her right arm, Sarah picks her bowl and slurps some of the broth from it. She sets the bowl down and leans on the table, quickly leaning to look and make sure she's putting her weight on the right arm, and it looks like she is. Are you okay? No, but I will be. I place one hand on Sayuri's shoulder, massaging her gently, hoping it will calm her down. I don't know exactly which thing I said that set her off, but I'm really on the edge now. I feel like I have to be careful not to let it show, or she might start to feel scared. I would better just come up with something else to say. Does anything help? No. Come on, Siri, at least try to put some thought into this. It's important. Okay, give me a minute. Siri takes a moment to eat while she thinks. Okay, guess that's one thing. Food helps. I can't say I'm surprised. That does sound like you. Yeah, I guess it does, huh? Can I admit something though? Sure. Go ahead. Well, when I say that I'm hungry, I don't always 100% mean it. Sometimes I just want to eat because it helps. Yeah. When I'm tasting or chewing or swallowing, just for a minute the pain goes away. It feels great. Way better than normal. So sometimes I just want to eat and forget just for a minute. Well, sir, it's good that it helps you and everything. But it seems like such a bandage fix, doesn't it? What? Hey! Are you trying to make me feel bad about it? Crap, that was my bad. I didn't mean it like that, Siri. If eating helps you feel better, you should eat. I just mean that if you're going to get better, food can't be the only answer. I see. You sure it's okay? Absolutely. Okay, so there is one other thing. One person who normally helps a lot too. I feel my chest tighten. Of course I want to be that person who helps Sayuri, but it's so much pressure. If I make one mistake, is that the end? If I say the wrong thing once, will I break her? I'm scared. I really don't know how to handle this. Siri, you can be that person you go for help if you're willing. But in return, I need you to promise to accept my help, okay? I'm starting to get that you feel like you aren't the person worth helping. But I can only help you if you let me. Okay, you promise. Siri, your food's going to get cold if you don't finish it. Siri turns to her bowl and eats, giving me the cold shoulder in what seems to be a definite way. Well, on the plus side, I haven't broken her yet. Listen, Siri. You feel suicidal? Yeah. What pain is, and it wasn't. What pain is and what is the pain. Everything is pain for me. Sometimes I just want to die and make the pain stop. Or, well, that is not right to say I want to die. I just want to be dead. See, if I'm dead, then the pain can't go with me. And even if I don't, so God thinks I'm worth it. So I get to wake up in heaven to be with my family. But if I'm gone, you'll be heartbroken. Especially if it's like my dream and you're the first one to find me. Monica will be here too, and Yuri, and Naski, Mom and Dad too. Really think so? Of course, they love you too. Don't take this the wrong way, but it's kinda hard for me to tell sometimes. Like I know they pity me, and they want me to be okay. But is that real love? It is, Yuri, trust me. They want you to be happy because you're their girl now. I'll try to take your word for it. Well then. Medicine didn't work. Yeah, it didn't go so good. So if it didn't make you feel better, even if it was? Not exactly. When I was on medicine I didn't feel anything. Don't know what was wrong or how it happened, but I couldn't feel any emotion at all. Well, what can I say? Antidepressives don't make you feel good. Antidepressives just take off your emotions, because when you're depressed, your emotions are the thing that is most vulnerable and then make you most vulnerable to your depression. So they use the antidepressants to erase your emotions so you won't feel depressed until you eventually forget that you have depression. Of course, in theory, it works. Personally, no. It doesn't work. Never works. I tried, I really did. There was just nothing. When it happened, I opened my diary to a blank page and started writing. I wrote, I love Mom, and I love Dad. I love him. I love Monica, I love Yuri. I wrote down everyone I could think of over and over, just trying to feel something to make myself believe that what I was writing. But nothing, just emptiness. It was scary. And I couldn't even be scared. So over time I just stopped taking it and didn't tell anyone. I just pretended I was doing better so they wouldn't force me to stay on it. Oh, Siri, that doesn't mean you should just stop. Or that you shouldn't take anything. Maybe what they gave you wasn't right, or maybe it was too strong, or I took away a lot of who I was. I really don't want to go back to that dark place. I understand, but I still think we should talk to Mom and Dad about this. And we should tell them what your other medicine did, so they know the problem is there. If they make me take something that breaks me, I will never forgive you. I'll make sure they don't make you settle until we get the right one. It's going to be okay, I promise. I guess Mom and Dad won't be able to help me get set up for medicine until they get back. Maybe it was kind of stupid of me to tell you about all this while they were great. No, it's okay. We still have a chance to help now. We just have to make it through a few days, that's all. Okay, we can do that. Yeah. Tell me about the dream. These dreams of yours. Were you checking that? Can you tell me about it? Are you sure? I don't want to be graphic when I wrote it down. Well, I can handle it. I think it will help if I know about it, especially if it bothers you. Okay, so he looks around at the other customers and the worker, probably to make sure no one is listening in. She speaks to me in a quiet voice. In my dream I commit suicide. Tired news, even though I'm not sure how I know how to. And I hang it from something in my bedroom. I feel like I'm not in my own body, like I'm just watching a movie of myself stepping up on the chair with the news. Somehow I'm thinking that this will make things better for everyone. I'm wrong, of course, but the rain clouds are there at their worst during the dream, so I'm convinced. Anyway, don't really do it consciously, but somehow I kick the chair out from under me. Suddenly my mind snaps back to reality. I feel the rope choking me and everything feels real. I try to free myself, but it's kind of too late. Don't die right away, which means I have time to reflect on how much I don't want this, and also on how it's the most pain I've ever felt, like my body's on fire. Sarah takes a moment to compose herself. I'm sorry, Sarah, I shouldn't be making you talk about this. I can tell your dream is very real for you. Like you can feel it while it's happening, can you? you. Sayori takes a deep breath and wipes her eyes. There's a little more. Like, you would think it ends when I die, but that's almost more the start. When I die I can feel my spirit leave my body, but I can't leave the room. Sure, the rain clouds vanish, but I still feel pretty awful about what just happened. I'll come into the room shortly after, and of course, you're horrified. You come into the room. You blame yourself, I blame myself, and then we go to hell. Like, not just me, but you and the club members, all of us. After we all spend some time surfing, I come back to life at the end. And then I get punished for all the bad things I did anyways. Then I wake up and I'm back at my life here. Wow, that's a real vivid dream. Cannot say I've not had those. Not about joking myself, but you know that dreams where you have the sensation that you're falling, and you wake up like on that cold sweat, just feeling like, yo, what the hell happened? Basically, that dreams happened to me, but like, or I'm pushed by a demented dark version of myself, depressed version of myself, or I just jump out of my own will, and when I wake up in that wet sweat, yeah, good, sweat was about to be what? On that cold sweat. Yeah, it's hard. You probably think I'm silly for saying this, but I think it's more than just a dream. I thought that having experienced these feelings in a dream, it would have made me try hard to prevent it. Well, dreams can be really messed up. But it doesn't help, I still want to die sometimes. But that's why I had to reach out to you. I can't do this by myself. Sir, I'm not going to let you kill yourself. Yeah. You said the same on the original game. You said the exact same thing. I wonder how it's going to go this time. But if I'm going to help you, I need something from you. I need you to promise me that if you catch yourself thinking about this stuff, you'll come to talk to me before you do anything. Promise. Cross my heart and hope to. Better make it just cross my heart. Good enough. Actually, while we were talking about this, Sarah puts an eye on mine and it's a good little word. Guess I should ask you to promise me the same thing, huh? So you leans in and hugs me. I wasn't even thinking about this when I asked her to make me that promise, but she's right in every way. It's a good idea. I promise. Cross my heart. Thank you. Now that that's done, it's getting late. Yeah, I think I'm ready to go home. This was a good talk. I'm ready to just flop in bed and sleep the night away. I guess I'm ready if you are. But one thing I should say, even though I understand a little better now, I'm not sure how much help I can be. I'm scared, Siri. Well, I mean, I feel pretty not bad right now. You're doing something right, even if you don't know what it is. Just keep being my big brother, and I'm sure everything will work out. I'll give it my best. So then, shall we be off? Let's go. Siri made it through the night and lived to see the next day. Oh, so it will be like this. We have to prevent. Oh. Okay. Hi. How sweet you're dreaming about me. Yo. Even in this game, wasn't it enough on Monica After Story? Because yes, things are different in Monica After Story, and I will do a video showing all the different stuff I made. I'm just kidding, I'm the one who figured out how to have dreams between days. It's a good way for me to talk to you without disturbing things, don't you think? I'll figure out how to get my Just Monica room and desk here later. But it's just a demo after all. Speaking of which, you're at the end of the first day, which is where this demo ends. I just sort of wish we could have gone a little further. On day 2 you'll get to choose me, Yuri or Natsuki as your girlfriend, and we'll start helping out. Don't worry, I don't do anything bad this time if you don't choose me. For real? You believe me, right? Anyway, what do you think so far? I'm enjoying it. That's great. You're going to have so much fun when it's finished. But there's some stuff we need to talk about first, so get comfortable. A lot of stuff isn't final and some parts are very likely to change. I was hoping you could help make sure those changes are for the best. I have some specific questions written down the mod author wanted me to ask. Would you like to hear the questions right now? Sure, I can help out. Fantastic. He'll seriously appreciate this. His name is Gold in case it matters. He's shy but very sweet. Be polite with him, okay? I know he'll do the same for you. I won't have you answer me directly because I don't have any way to forward the questions to Gold. My phone reception is pretty bad in this void. Go ahead and write your answers down so you can share them later. Actually, you are at your computer right now. Open a text file and type them. Anyway, first question. In that last scene with Sayuri, you need to ask her 3 questions before you can proceed. But nothing was stopping you from asking all of them. Gold has a few things in mind he could do with that part. He could have leave it like it is now, where you are allowed to choose as many as you like. The thing is, all of them have good info that could be referenced later. But if you're getting the choice of which conversations you see, he doesn't want to force you to see them all right then and there. One thing we could do is spread them out in later chapters or in the mod. Or make the second wave questions stop the conversation, so you can only choose one of them, and the others come back as options later. I guess the question is, would you rather be stuck choosing all of those topics or just choosing one of them sticking with until later? Maybe just talking about it gave you a better idea. Feel free to make suggestions. Let's see, now next question. Okay, I like the way it is now, because we get to see everything that it's on her mind. And I believe it's not with just Sayuri, but with all the other characters it will be like that. So, that being said, let's get going. I don't know if this mod has already full released. I'll look forward to see if it's full release right now. Do you know or care much about copyright stuff? Do you know or care about copyright stuff? Nope. You got it, don't worry. There are plenty of people willing to discuss that one. No. There was one more question, let me look at it. Oh, the cameos scene. The last scene with Sayuri takes place in a location from another game. It's meant to be a fun reference for people who know that game too. Does that mean the boy who appeared really worked that star in the game? I don't actually know myself. I wonder how deep the reference actually goes. Anyway, it probably seemed at least like out of place, but was it too distracting? The scene can be changed so it's not a reference anymore, using different music and backgrounds. It was good. It was good. I'm not complaining. The boy dialogue would be cut completely, but no point having it if it's not that specific character after all. But if it's harmless, it would be a lot more fun just to keep it like this. Also, that would be the only time the boy himself appears. The location might come back later in the story and the music with it, but that's about it. The gold now. Let gold now know. Let gold know what you think, so we can make it as good as possible. And that is really, those are the big questions gold had. So if you leave the feedback and I ask one more question to consider, what's your favorite part of the mod so far? It can be anything, a moment of in the story, a trick you didn't expect, a line, an expression. Mentioning something you would like will make our feedback feel more complete, and it gives Gold an idea of what to include more of. Hope you look forward to the mod full release, even if it will be a while until then. I'll see you back here next time, if it's time for an update. Thank you for listening. Was this it? Really? Yeah, I was having so much fun. Well guys, this was it for the mod. Because it's still, I don't know if it's fully released yet. But I'll search for it. Well, either way, this was the first and maybe last episode of DDLC Coldest Summer. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like, comment down below what you thought of it, and well, I'll see you guys on the next episode. See you on the flip side. Goodbye, pals.